couple wins in tournament play, and both of those games going to overtime. Tip is up, and it is controlled by Washburn. Now we'll have to check things out, and looks like try it one more time, get this tip going, as David Saylock will jump center for Washburn and jump it up against Kinsler Lambert of Missouri Southern.
Certainly a height advantage for Saylock there.
Ichabods will go from our left to our right in this first half. Guyman out front. Finds off the right side, Will McKee. They look left side, Blake, now to Guyman. Into the lane they go, and now right side for McKee, out front Guyman. And his first shot, short, but the putback off the right side, good by Tyus Martin.
Good job by Martin to grab the offensive board and bail out his guy after a maybe ill-advised shot.
Southern in the dark uniforms out front, Tharp. Finds Lambert. Steps back, jumper inside the arc, misses, and the rebound put away by Guyman.
Something that Southern's going to look for all day is jumpers.
Find Blake, Guyman now off that left side, Martin. Guyman between the circles. Again, man-to-man defense out of Southern. Martin now left side off the glass, good.
And Martin once again.
Off to a good start right now, all four of Washburn's points. Tharp handling the point duties for Missouri Southern. Fires the dribble. Out front, Clark. Looks right side, Lambert. Back left for Walker. And it rolls out. And Saylock with the rebound. And here comes Washburn pushing it down the floor. Martin tries to save it inbounds. And we've got the turnover.
And a good attempt by Martin that time, trying to make an athletic play. Feet just came out from under him and caught the sideline.
Ichabod's up 4-0 again early on in this regional matchup at Bearcat Arena. Opening round game of the Central Region. Tharp looks left side. There's Lambert. Now to Clark. Right side Walker. Tharp now looking into the lane for Martin, and his shot blocked by Saylock, and it comes down with the rebound.
Good job on the double team by Washburn on Martin.
Driving right side, a great move by Tyus Martin, and he gets it to fall.
And Tyus Martin has been the heart and soul of this Washburn team to start.
Martin coming into this game averages 8 points a contest. He already has 6, scoring the first 6 points of the game for the Ichabods, and fouled by Tharp. He'll get to the free throw line. Martin, a 71% shooter this year at the line. And now has the first 7 points for the Ichabods.
Tyus Martin certainly showing a lot of fire early. He is definitely flying around.
Tharp between the circles. Now Lambert, low left Martin. And matching up with Saylock. And spins around him, tries to go up with a shot, and is fouled. Martin will get to the free throw line.
And a good idea early for Missouri Southern. Start working through Cam Martin, and again trying to get the opportunities to get to the free throw line.
Saylock picks up the foul. That's his first. First one good for Cam Martin. Martin in the game at Bearcat Arena earlier this season turned an ankle early in that ball game. He played throughout a lot of that game, but it was obvious he was hampered by that injury, and then ended up setting out the next game against Nebraska Kearney. Here he sinks both free throws. Washburn up by 5. Guyman, McKee, now to Guyman out front. Free throw line, Saylock. Guyman, a very good point guard. Looks right side, McKee. Back out to Guyman, bobbles it, chases the left sideline, goes cross court, throws it away. And the turnover will give it to Missouri Southern.
Like some miscommunication there, as a couple of Ichabods were there to maybe bring it back in, but maybe thought it was tipped and tried to let it go.
Guyman, a rare turnover. He takes good care of the basketball. 7-2 game. Ichabods in front. Tharp through the lane. Left for Walker, low left. Cam Martin out of a double team. Trying to find baseline cutting Lambert. Tipped out of bounds.
The call goes to Washburn there as a couple of players started to fight for the ball and off of Missouri Southern.
Lambert just couldn't hold on to it. 7-2 lead for the Ichabods. Good start to this game for the Ichabods, and in particular, Tyus Martin. And Martin with all 7 points for the Bods. Saylock left side jumper, low, and the rebound into lane. Pulled away by Clark. On the break, left side Walker, baseline left part. Brings it back out to set up the offense. Lambert with one dribble. Martin again. Steps out on the perimeter. He can knock down some shots outside as well, despite being a big guy. Jumper on the way and missed by Walker. And Martin with the board.
Here come the Ichabods again.
Guyman trying to go low with the pass is stolen, and the other way, the drive is good as Elijah Clark with the steal in the bucket.
Great athleticism and focus shown by Elijah Clark there to catch that out of the air.
6:25 left in, or there's 16:25 left in the first half. Baseline left, McKee. Shot won't go, and fighting for the rebound again. Martin ties up Cam Martin for Missouri Southern.
And if you're Washburn moving forward here, again, you want to work on trying to take smart shots. They've taken shots early in the shot clock as we've moved forward. So perhaps start to slow things down and try to take smarter shots.
Will McKee to the sideline. Jalen Lewis comes in. Lewis, a really good spark plug for the Ichabods off the bench. Lambert, cross court on the left side. Out to Cam Martin. Back out front, Lambert. Now the jumper taken by Clark, rattles it down. Three-pointer.
Elijah Clark is not a guy you want to let get hot if you're Washburn. He can shoot the basketball.
Ties it up at 7. Diamond out between the circles. Left side, Lewis. Baseline right. Saylock with the jumper. And the rebound pulled away inside by Enos Mimich for Missouri Southern. He also checked in during that last offensive play. Mimich out front, bounce pass right. And trying to drive and get it to Cam Martin, blocked away. Great play defensively. And here comes Blake through the lane. And got it to go.
That one, I think, gets credit to David Salak on that one. He played great defense on Cam Martin and was able to stop him on the other side.
Ichabods up by 2. Tharp. Dribbles left. And finds out front Martin. The 3 is good.
And you mentioned Martin can shoot from out there, so you've got to be careful if you're Washburn.
That's his 20th three-pointer of the season, and that gives Southern the lead now. 10-9, their first lead of the game. Diamond out front. Jalen Lewis. Left side, Blake. Now Saylock and Guyman through the lane, drives, and a foul.
And Guyman doing a good job of trying to get inside. He knows he doesn't have a size advantage down there, but if he can get some contact, he can draw a foul.
And Cam Martin comes up with the foul. The shooter at the free throw line. Ichabods as a team have not excelled at the line this year as Guyman hits the first. 13th in the MIAA in free throw shooting percentage as a team, as their free throw shooting percentage dropped down to 69.4% on the season. Second free throw by Guyman, good. And Ichabods regained the lead.
3 of 3 as of right now, however.
Tharp at midcourt. And get a screen by Martin. Now finds Martin. Right side, Lambert to Tharp. Running the bench off the left side is Clark. Stumbles just a bit, keeps his dribble. And finds inside Tharp. Out front right, there's Martin with another 3.
That's the problem with defending Cam Martin. He sets a pick. You don't know whether he's going to roll or whether he's going to pop. He's tough to defend.
Missouri Southern in front, 13-11. Guyman at the free throw line, Saylock. Now to Guyman. Back to Saylock. Baseline left. Shot blocked away as Savon Witt has it blocked. Then it's picked up by Missouri Southern at midcourt. Tharp. Now another 3 on the way by Martin. He's filling it outside.
It's 11 now for Cam Martin. 3 of 3 from deep.
Not bad. 16-11. The Lions in front of the Ichabods. Free throw line, Saylock. Baseline left. And Witt up with a shot too hard. And as they come down with the rebound, a foul. And this should go on to Witt, I believe.
something that's not talked about. We talk about Cam Martin's offensive ability, his ability to score down low, and his difficultness to guard. Also a great defender on the other side. We've seen 2 back-to-back great defensive plays from Cam Martin, straight up and down that time to force the missed shot, and the time before down he was able to block a shot.
Savon Witt, just a freshman out of Raytown. One of the knocks on him, he's a great athlete. He's going to be a very good player for the Ichabods, but tends to get into early foul trouble, and he just got on the floor and picks up his first foul, and he's back on the bench for head coach Brett Ballard. Left side 3 on the way again, and Martin red hot from the perimeter.
Well, you want to talk about another guy you don't want to let get hot.
And they quickly get down the other end.
Good job by, I believe that was Jalen Lewis on the other side to go down and sort of quiet the Missouri Southern crowd a little bit.
19-13, Southern in front. Lambert goes low inside for Mivich. Missed, and here comes the Ichabods. Blake through the lane, and a reach-in foul on Missouri Southern.
And already this game getting really competitive. We're moving quickly back and forth from one side to the other, and a lot of intensity between these two teams.
Parker Jennings picks up the foul for the Lions. 13th foul on Missouri Southern, just 2 on the Ichabods so far. Javion Blake, baseline right. Jace Williams has entered the game for Washburn. And the inbound swatted out of bounds by Mimich. Mimich, a 6'9" senior out of Bosnia.
If you're Javion Blake right now, you're standing in front of a guy that, as you mentioned, 6'9", long wingspan. It's going to be tough to get the ball in.
Got the bounce pass to Saylock. Now to Blake in front of the line bench, steps back and misses the 3. And crashing the board hard was Kinzer Lambert for the Lions. Now Jennings. Through the lane he goes, pulls up. Clark with the jumper. Rims in.
And if you're Washburn, you don't want to see them getting those rolls. Elijah Clark able to drop his second 3 of the night.
22-13, Missouri Southern. Saylock down the lane left. Gets it to Devin Wilson. Look pass out front. Blake with the long 3, good.
Blake doing a good job to answer there against the 2-3 zone of Missouri Southern.
Blake coming off a 17 performance on Sunday in the championship game of the MIAA tournament against the Bearcats. Cam Martin drives, misses. Here come the Ichabods.
Moving quickly is Washburn.
Wilson, left side 3 in the corner, good by Jalen Lewis. Lewis is a guy that can really bring the intensity level out for the Ichabods, and off the bench with 5 points early here. He's a 5'11" freshman out of Liberty.
Really a fiery player, and he's able to come out and bring some speed.
22-19, Southern in front. Martin again out on the perimeter. Boy, he has got that outside shot going. Unbelievable first half for Cam Martin, 17 points.
5 of 5 from 3, 7 of 9 as a team from deep Missouri Southern.
See Missouri Southern in 2-3 zone. Now foul out front. Parker Jennings picks up his second since coming out on the floor. We've got a break in the action with 10:57 left in this first half. And Missouri Southern up on Washburn 25-19.
But he can do it. It's Cam Martin.
And transferring into Missouri Southern out of Jacksonville State, where he played in 28 games last year. Driving the lane right side. The shot missed by Tyus Martin. And pulling down the rebound, Cam Martin. Third board of the game for Cam Martin. Le'Veon Walker, left side Lambert. Left corner, there's Martin again. This time he misses. He is human as the rebound pulled away by Devin Wilson.
Surprised me a little bit.
There's Blake on the drive and a foul.
And Washburn again trying to move quickly, not getting very far into the shot clock, trying to use some athletic ability, and as you see here, it can get him to the line.
Foul goes on Kinzer Lambert, his first, 5th team foul for Missouri Southern as Javion Blake goes to the line. 75% shooter this year, first one too hard. This Ichabod team is very dangerous when they get the ball in transition, as you were talking about, Ryan, and getting that down the floor quickly. Last couple of meetings that Washburn has had with Northwest Missouri State, including the game Sunday afternoon in the championship of the MIAA postseason tournament, they just were not able to get that transition game going. Second free throw good.
And as you mentioned, when they do, again, this is a team with a lot of athleticism. They're able to get to the bucket and get some easy shots.
5-point Southern lead, 25-20. Harp with the dribble. Out front right side. Now Tharp looks left, gets it to Elijah Clark, also a dangerous offensive player. Low right for Mimics. Up with the shot, won't go. His tip in, no. And Martin picks the rebound away and puts it up and in.
Southern able to get the matchup they wanted with the 6'9" Mimic on the 6'3" Javion Blake down low, but couldn't get it to turn out. Cam Martin doing a good job of grabbing the offensive board.
Elijah Clark trying to go for the steal, knocks it out of bounds, and the Ichabods will inbound on the far side from us. Blake to get a breather. Wilson out front, Guyman. Looks right side, Lewis. Now to Guyman. At the free throw line, Martin. Gets it to Williams, a little off balance shot, rims out, and there's Cam Martin with the rebound.
Creative pass there by Tyus Martin, but couldn't hit the shot.
Harp out front, Clark. Back to Tharp, left side. Now to Clark. And the jumper on the way up the front of the rim. Rebound picked off by Jace Williams for the Ichabods. And here comes that transition game. Driving to the bucket, laying it up and in, Jalen Lewis.
And you mentioned the transition opportunity, and there's a guy we talked about earlier, just a freshman, Jalen Lewis, able to come in and spark this Washburn team.
27-22, Missouri Southern in front of the Ichabods. Semi-AA has a lot of good freshmen this season. Again, you look through the roster of a lot of these teams, there's going to be a lot of great matchups at that guard spot here in the next few years. Three on the way by Clark, rattles out. Martin with the board, put back blocked away by Williams. And a foul coming up.
Williams thought he got that one clean, but the foul is called, and once again, Cam Martin, a very good free throw shooter, heads to the line.
82%, 195 of 237 at the free throw line. A Yukon, Oklahoma native and a 6'9" sophomore. And the first one good.
You know, talk about practice makes perfect. He's gotten a lot of practice at the line this season.
Sealock and McKee back in. Lewis and Williams to the bench for Washburn and head coach Brett Ballack. Cam Martin, heck of a first half, 4-4 at the free throw line, 29-22, Missouri Southern in front of Washburn.
Up above 20 points now as well, as that's 21 for Cam Martin.
Guyman looks back at his head coach Ballard. Now will run the offense. Try on the lane, Wilson into a double team. Misses, gets his rebound, the putback, no, and the tip by McKee is good.
Giving up a lot of size down there was Washburn, but a good job to fight for those offensive rebounds.
29-24, Missouri Southern. Left side, Tharp, right in front of the Ichabod bench. Now setting up is Clark with the three. Long rebound, hustling after it is Martin for the Ichabods. There he goes on the transition shot, blocked away from behind by Clark. Great defensive play by Clark as he comes up with his 11th block of the season, and he'll try to turn it into points at the other end. It does.
Elijah Clark not letting missed shots get him down. He'd missed a couple threes in a row, able to go create on the defensive side of the ball, down on the other side with a block, and now he comes back and hits an open three.
32-24, Missouri Southern. Looking at 2-3 zone, McKee in the right corner. Now finds Sealock cutting through the left-handed runner. No, and the rebound tip to Martin and Missouri Southern.
The idea was there. 2-3 zone opens up sort of the mid-range in the middle of the block. Sealock just couldn't hit the shot.
Harp off the left wing. Cross court right side. Now to low left. They find Cam Martin posting up with Sealock. And there's the hook inside, and the rebound Guyman.
I was surprised to see Cam Martin miss.
Left side, Martin. Now to Wilson. Drives in on that zone, lost the handle. And it's going to go to, well, let's see, they're going to reverse and give it right back to Missouri Southern. We'll see as the timeout comes. Looked like Guyman driving that lane, they just kind of lost it off the fingertips.
Missouri Southern spreads out the defense when he does that and makes it a lot more difficult to defend just about every part of the floor.
Ichabods with the inbound, Javion Blake on the drive. And a foul on Missouri Southern, Kinzer Lambert. And that'll be number 2 on Lambert. 16th foul on the Lions.
opportunity here for Washburn without Cam Martin on the floor to maybe get some things going offensively.
Going with a lot smaller lineup, Parker Jennings coming into the game for Missouri Southern as Guyman looks to inbound. And a foul on Elijah Clark. Guyman trying to get the inbound pass. Clark finds Blake. Now they bring it out to Saylock. Now Guyman. Lewis thought about the three. Low left for McKee. Finds Saylock through the lane and knocks it in.
Lewis stopped the top of the key there, and he thought about taking a three, but a good job to slow it down and run the offense. He knew that wasn't the shot they needed to take.
First bucket for Saylock. The Ichabod's need to get Saylock involved in this offense. 32-26, Missouri Southern in front. Walker out front. Clark. Pressure by Blake. And will take the three. Got it.
And Elijah Clark starting to heat up now. He's 3 of 6. That makes him 4 of 7 from 3.
And 14 points total. And Missouri Southern trying to go for the steal. Ball out of bounds.
Missouri Southern, the thought is after you hit a big shot, you come back, you play intense defense, and maybe try to get the ball out. They're able to do it there, but they're not able to get possession.
Brief rest. Cam Martin back in. And Parker Jennings goes to the sideline. Parker just about had the steal over on that sideline. Guyman in the lane. Blake. Now McKee on the drive. Throws it away. Stepping in front of that pass was Walker for Missouri Southern. Just under 6 minutes left in the first half. A 35-26 Missouri Southern lead. Tharp off the right wing on the drive. And the rebound. Pulled down by Blake, and Tharp with the foul.
That's going to bring him into the bonus. It'll be 1-1 on the other side.
5:39 left in the first half. 35-26, Missouri Southern in front of Washburn. Back in Parker Jennings. This time Tharp will go to the bench after picking up his second foul. Blake 1 of 2 at the line. And connects on the first one.
Blake doing a good job to convert there. As you mentioned earlier, Washburn not a great free throw shooting team. So if you foul him, if you're Missouri Southern, you feel like maybe that's not a terrible thing, but a good job by Blake.
Second one, a little too hard. Clark with the board. 35-27, Missouri Southern up. 5.5 minutes left in this first half. Walker handling the point duties with Tharp on the sideline between the circles. Left side, Jennings on the drive to the basket, lays it in. Parker Jennings, another one of those guys, a lot like we see with Jalen Lewis off of the Ichabods, can bring the energy level up for his team. On the drive there is Lewis.
Speaking of Jalen Lewis, coming in and providing a little bit of a spark, keeping Washburn within shouting distance here.
9 points off the bench. 37-29, Missouri Southern up. Walker. Now finds Cam Martin out front. Gets it to Clark, always dangerous on the perimeter. Also Cam Martin, and he tries another one.
Make it 6 of 7.
That is something else in this first half.
10 of 16 from deep as a team.
40-29, Missouri Southern out front. Guyman with the long three.
And Tyler Guyman coming back with an answer. A good job to keep the momentum relatively even right now. These teams going back and forth.
Southern up by 8. First half moving along here. Walker now to Cam Martin. Skips it across right. Jumper up, missed by Jennings, and Guyman with the rebound. Pushes it down the floor, Blake. Trying to get that screen by McKee. On the drive, the off-balance shot is good. That was a nice drive by Javion Blake. A very tough shot, got it to go.
Good job by Blake there to create something for himself. There wasn't a whole lot of movement around him, so he had to go up and try to make something happen.
40-34, Missouri Southern in front. Walker gets it to Cam Martin. Now back to Walker. 3-0, and McKee with the rebound. Ichabod's pushing it down the floor. Blake hooks the pass. Saylock now to Guyman. Now to McKee. Lewis with the drive. Steps back, looks right side. Blake. As Cam Martin picks him up, stops, jumper, good.
Good job by Washburn here, taking advantage of missed shots. They've cut this lead down to 4.
And for Javion Blake, he has 11 points. 7-0 run by the Ichabods. Walker out between the circles and trying to find Mimich, almost lost the handle on it. Now to Clark, and there's the three. Guyman inside with the rebound for the Ichabods and pushing it down the floor. Lewis, as he tries to make that little move there on the wing, gets called for the travel. Had the right idea, but gets called for the travel on the move to the basket, and a timeout now with 2:54 left in the first half. Missouri Southern holding on to the Missouri Southern defeating the Ichabods 89-86. Between the circles, Jennings. And now Clark trying to throw low post and get it to Martin, and Martin was held inside. Looking at Will McKee. We'll check that Witt. Witt's going to get the call instead. Witt and McKee both inside. And again, that goes back to talking a little bit earlier, a freshman in Savon Witt, who is a very good basketball player, but tends to get in a little bit of early foul trouble. Still staying on the floor. Martin tries to go inside for Mimich and a foul.
And that was a good opportunity taken by Jalen Lewis. Just got a little bit too much of the arm that time and got called for the foul.
Lions up by 4. Jennings to inbound, and it's tipped by Witt out of bounds. And let's see, does it go off of Cam Martin? No, it looks like there'll be another inbound opportunity for Missouri Southern. But again, seeing that athletic ability out of Savon Witt, the 6'7" freshman out of Raytown, it's going to be a good one for the Ichabods.
On the other side, Missouri Southern still trying to work it down low to Cam Martin.
And they get the inbound to Martin. Spins past Witt into a double team as McKee comes over to help out.
That's what you want if you're Missouri Southern, is a chance to get Martin to the line.
And they did this one on Witt, who picks up his third. So Saylock, who went to the sideline to get a little bit of a breather before the end of the first half, getting set to check back in.
She talked about the freshman Witt finding himself in foul trouble again.
Cam Martin at the free throw line. Knocks down the first free throw. Martin now 5 of 5 at the line. 25 points in this first half. And this is for the first time at the charity stripe.
Consistent with his free throw percentage.
41-36. Missouri Southern in front. Lewis now to Guyman. Blake steps back and finds Guyman out front. Right side for Lewis. Missouri Southern stayed with that 2-3 zone throughout a lot of this half. Guyman way out front trying to shoot them out of that zone and knocks down the long three.
And Guyman, you know, doing something that as a coach I'm sure you're like, don't take that shot, don't take that shot. Okay, fine.
Guyman coming into this game with 57 threes. Down the lane driving Cam Martin.
Cam Martin showing a little bit of speed there, able to run by a defender and get to the bucket.
43-39, Missouri Southern in front. Blake gets it stripped loose, and it is picked up. Walker on the fast break, right side Clark with the three, good.
Clark and Martin have now combined for 44 points.
Timeout now by off the inbound. Now Jennings will drop back as Guyman takes it into the front court. Directs the traffic. Blake, low left Saylock. Skips it right side, McKee. Misses, rebound, pulled down by Clark for Missouri Southern. Walker looks right side, Jennings. Now to Clark, trying to go low for Mimich. Up for the shot over Saylock, good.
And good job to work it down low to Mimich. You feel like you've got a height advantage down there. And Saylock giving up a couple inches. So a good job to work that for Missouri Southern.
And there goes Guyman on the drive. Mimich with the rebound. Long outlet at midcourt finds Clark. 36 seconds left in the half. And we've got a timeout. Missouri Southern wants to talk things over with 35.2 seconds left in this first half.
And Missouri Southern, again, doing a good job of playing good defense. You know, we talk about on Southeastern Oklahoma State, a talented team coming out of the GAC.
Inbound right side for Missouri Southern, Parker Jennings. Now Walker looks left side as Ichabod's in the 2-3 zone. Clark out front right. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Back to Jennings. Now left side Clark with the long three. Good, as they got it just before the shot clock sounds.
And here we go again. Elijah Clark with a tough three-pointer. And if you're Washburn, there's nothing you can do there. You played great defense, and he just hit a tough shot. And
Blake on the drive the other end before the buzzer sounds to end the first half with the green numerals. And just a little bit of an outline of green, which green normally their predominant color. Guyman will take the inbound to start the second half. Again, Missouri Southern up by 10. Out front right side, Tyus Martin, who got the team off to a good start, but almost threw it away. Tipped away by Clark, picked up by Saylock. Back to Martin on the drive. Finds Saylock trailing on the play, misses the shot. Rebound off of McKee's hands and will go out of bounds.
A good attempt there by Washburn to get Saylock involved. He went up strong for the shot, just couldn't get it to go. If you're Washburn, you want to keep seeing that from David Saylock.
I think that goes back to what we were talking about at the start of halftime. Saylock right now with just 2 points. Normally a big part of their offense. Out front, Tharp off the left side. Now trying to lob it for Martin. Up with a shot on the right, good.
Good patience by Cam Martin there. He knew he wasn't going to get the shot to go if he went straight up, so he had to wait for the defenders to come down.
And Saylock on the drive into a double team and a held ball as Cam Martin reaches up and gets a hold of that basketball, and Missouri Southern now will have it off the possession arrow.
Missouri Southern already out playing strong defense here in the second half.
53-41, Missouri Southern in front. Tharp with the dribble left side, now on the drive. There's Martin, and puts it up and in.
And I believe that puts Cam Martin up over 30 for the night. That's 31 for him.
Again, his career high 49 earlier this year, and a timeout's been called. Breaking the action with 18:53 left, and Missouri Southern up 55-41. Ichabod's out of the timeout. Northwest in front, 55-41. Martin for Washburn. Out of Lake. As he tries to go on the drive, a foul on. Braylon Walker picks up the foul, the 6-foot junior out of Little Rock, Arkansas.
And Braylon Walker just extending the arm a little bit and making it tough for Javion Blake to get moving. Going to get called with that forearm just about every time.
First foul for either team in this second half. Guyman on the left wing. Now to Tyus Martin. Pulls up. Jumper off the back of the rim. And pulling down the rebound was Kenzer Lambert. Lambert picked up a couple quick fouls in the first half, set some of the time, and now quickly the other way as Missouri Southern pushing it down the floor. Foul. Micah O'Brien picks up the foul. That is his first. He's out of Austin, Texas. He hasn't seen a lot of playing time this season. Out there early in this second half. Left side is Clark. Now, nice pass into the right corner. Lambert from three-point range, good.
And Kenzer Lambert getting involved. The first three-pointer we have seen that hasn't come from Elijah Clark or Cam Martin thus far today.
58-41, Southern in front. Saylock, low left. There's Tyus Martin through the lane. High off the glass, good.
Tyus Martin getting Washburn going. A couple of empty possessions the first couple times down. Maybe able to get Washburn moving here.
58-43 on the drive, low left side. Ball loose on the floor. Lambert that's knocked out of his hands. Will dribble back out. Shot clock's down to 11 seconds. Now they try to go back in for Cam Martin off the glass as he muscles it up and in.
Cam Martin able to find his way through some contact there. Again, just so tough to defend. He can do so many different things.
60-43, Missouri Southern. Saylock turns, jumper, good.
And there's David Saylock getting involved in the Washburn offense. He's missed a few of those jumpers to start. He's able to get one to go there. Maybe that'll spark him.
60-45, Missouri Southern. Tharp on the left wing. On the drive, into the right corner. Finds Walker. And Walker with his first basket.
Now Missouri Southern starting to spread the ball out a little bit more. They're getting hot from three.
63-45, Southern. There's Blake at the free throw line.
Mid-range jumpers right now, the game for Washburn. They've hit two of them in a row.
15 points for Blake, 63-47. Southern in front. Harp off the left wing. Drives to the baseline. Out front left, Lambert. He'll take the three. It rims out. Guyman with the board for the Washburn Ichabods.
First miss of the half.
And there's Blake on the drive. Nice shot off the glass, spinning to the right side. Got it to fall. And a foul coming up on Missouri Southern.
This is what we talked about a bit in the first half. Washburn able to use their athleticism and get down low, get some buckets. Good job to draw the foul that time by Javion Blake, and he's able to go to the free throw line.
Kinsler Lambert picks up foul number 3. And it's Mimich in, and Lambert to the sideline. It's pretty nice luxury if you're Missouri Southern that you have a player like Mimich coming off the bench at 6'9", so you can go 6'9" and 6'9" on across the backside. Free throw is good by Blake.
Certainly a lot of good depth on this Missouri Southern team. You mentioned Mimich. They also have 6'11" Dexter Frisbee and 6'10" Ted Brown on the bench as well.
63-50 Southern. Mimich on the left side. Out front left is Clark. Now to Cam Martin. To Clark right wing. Steps back, looks left Tharp. Into the left corner, and the three is good by Walker.
Braylon Walker starting to heat up now. Missouri Southern 3 of 4 from deep to start this half.
66-50. Missouri Southern in front. Their largest lead's been 18. Guyman looks left side. There's Blake. Rims out. And the rebound with the right hand pulled down by Cam Martin. Here comes Southern pushing it off the left side. Now we'll slow things up as Washburn did a good job getting down on defense. Martin, left corner. Bring Salak out on him. Now to Tharp, open, looks into the right corner. Clark also open. He'll take the three and won't go. Rebound on the baseline. Blake saves it inbounds to Salak, and here come the Ichabods. Guyman, left side, Lewis. Won't go, and the rebound to Clark and Missouri Southern. Southern's really done a good job limiting the Ichabods on the offensive boards, and this is a very good offensive board team for the Washburn Ichabods.
It is just 4 offensive rebounds thus far for Washburn. Usually they would have more than that by this point in the game.
Clark out front with the three, and the rebound to Lewis. Pushes it right side, Blake through the lane, and the runner. Rebound pulled away by Cam Martin.
I think if you're Washburn here, the call would be to try to just run your offense. They've been going very quickly, and I know you're down 16. You feel like you might have to rush, but it's caused some missed shots.
Walker now to Martin out front, and he hits another three.
And the other strategy is to not let Cam Martin do that.
Yes, 36. Now Salak with the pass and the slam dunk.
Missouri Southern kind of went to sleep defensively that time. They were feeling good about the three, and Washburn able to find the opportunity.
Nice dunk by Salak. 69-52. Southern in front. Clark trying to look inside on that 2-3 zone. Now we'll take the three, and it's a little too hard this time. Bonner with the rebound for the Ichabods. Blake, there's Guyman, open right corner three. No, Salak trying to fight for the rebound. He'll keeps it alive, but there's Cam Martin to corral it.
Tough to grab a rebound in that situation. 4 Missouri Southern Lions in the paint, just 1 Washburn Ichabod.
69-52, Southern in front. In the zone by the Ichabod, they skip it right side. Clark on the wing, got it.
Clark finally got one here. He was 0 for 3 in the half up to that point.
And Bonnet through the lane. Out front, Salak. He can hit a three and does.
Salak able to answer, keeping Washburn alive here within striking distance.
His 23-pointer of the season, 72-55. Southern in front. Martin, baseline right for Mimich off the dribble on a foul.
Tough situation that time for Ogbonna. Just 6'2", having to go against Mimich. Not a lot you can do there. And we do have timeout on the floor right now, 72-50.
72-55 with Ryan Elliott. I'm John Coffey. The inbound to Mimich. Now to Martin, and the two-handed slam.
Cam Martin doing a whole lot of things and making a whole lot of people excited. He has just had a game. That's 38 now for Martin.
Chase Williams just checked into the game, and he got welcomed by Cam Martin with that slam dunk right over the top of him. Lewis slips, but gets it to Tyus Martin, left corner. Got it.
And for Washburn, you got to keep looking for open shots like that. Good job by Tyus Martin to knock that one down.
74-58, Missouri Southern in front. There's a Martin again. Cam Martin is red hot tonight.
That was as in your face as a hand can get when he hit that three.
And there's Tyus Martin for Washburn knocking down a three. And a foul. Off the rebound inside, coming up on Washburn. That'll go on Devin Wilson. That'll be his first foul. 41 points right now for Cam Martin. Driving is Tyus Martin as he will lay it in.
Threw away the inbound pass that time, and Tyus Martin was able to find it.
Full court pressure out of the Ichabods. And back comes to Cam Martin, and he lobs it into the front court for Mimich. And then hands off to Clark, and it's knocked out of his hands, out of bounds off of Clark as Devin Wilson with a good job defensively for the Ichabods.
Washburn using the press to try to get them back into this game. We've got timeout on the floor. It'll be Washburn ball down 15, 77-62.
Points against Minnesota State. I don't think we felt that he would get close to that here this afternoon, but he already has 41.
He certainly could be well on the way. Washburn, however, using their press, trying to get back in this ball game.
There's Tyus Martin with the jumper. Good.
And if they keep hitting shots like that, it won't take long. Tyus Martin, a good fadeaway.
And full court pressure. Southern beats it. Tharp through the lane to the basket, and it's good.
Good athleticism by Reggie Tharp. That's the first time we've seen him hit a bucket today, and he certainly picked a good time to do it.
79-64. Missouri Southern on the drive, Tyus Martin, and a foul. Go on Cam Martin. That's number 2 on Cam Martin. Both teams with 3 team fouls in this second half.
Tyus Martin, a guy you mentioned earlier today, he averages only 8 points a game. He's got 18 tonight.
Inbound to Williams. High off the glass, no. And the rebound to Devin Wilson. Good hustle after the wall for Wilson. Now to Tyus Martin on the drive. Good, and a foul.
Martin's athleticism is causing problems for this Missouri Southern defense right now. He's been able to run around, find shots that he wants. He's going to go to the free throw line with a chance to cut this lead to 12.
And draws another foul on Cam Martin. That's number 3 on Cam Martin. That has Mimich off the bench and into the ball game.
Tyus Martin, as we mentioned, just 8 points a game this season. He's got 20 now, 9 of 12 from the field. A chance to make it 21 with a free throw.
And it rims out. Rebound tapped out of bounds. It'll belong to Missouri Southern.
Washburn setting up the press once again.
Missouri Southern head coach Jeff Boschee talking to one of the officials before the inbound, which comes to Clark, immediately double teamed. And now to Lambert. And they get it at midcourt, Mimich, and they tosses it into the backcourt for Clark. Mimich, I think, lost track of exactly where he was on the floor, and when he went to toss it, Clark, unfortunately, still in the backcourt.
Clark hadn't established himself in the front court yet. He was sort of in the air above the half-court line when he took that ball, and that's an over and back.
79-66. Lions in front of the Ichabods. Guyman looks right side. Wilson. Doing a good job coming off the bench for Washburn. Now to Guyman. Tyus Martin. Lewis. Wilson on the drive. Gets a little bit off balance, trying to work his way through. Ball loose, out of bounds. It belongs to the Ichabods.
Missouri Southern felt like maybe they should have had that ball that time, but just losing possession on the way up. Good defense by Missouri Southern, but bounced off of a Lion player, so Washburn will regain possession.
Guyman looks to inbound. Lobs to Sealock open with the three. A little too hard. Clark with the rebound as he falls to the floor. Gets the outlet to Lambert. And Lambert across midcourt. Out front, Tharp. And they will give him the three, and it just barely grazes the rim, and the rebound, Guyman.
Reggie Tharp, not necessarily known as one of the better shooters.
Here come the Bods on the break, and driving to the basket was Tyus Martin. And we've got a tie
for Washburn, 68% from the field for Missouri Southern.
These two offenses have come to play off the inbound on full court pressure, a foul. This will be Devin Wilson picking up his second foul. And again, Southern will inbound, looking at Ichabod's full court pressure. Martin back into the ball game, playing with 3 fouls, takes it into the front court. Now to Walker, to Jennings, who checked in during the break. Looks and finds Cam Martin. Now back out. They get it to Walker with the shot clock at 9 seconds. Martin out front with the three. Good. Cam Martin edging closer to his career high with that three. Now with 44 points.
And 9 of 10 from deep on the game.
Saylock out front right. There is Tyus Martin. Guyman now to the left baseline. Saylock through the lane to the basket. Uncontested, lays it in.
Saylock finding a lane there, showing good vision. Here comes Washburn setting up the press again.
12-point game. Ball knocked loose, picked up by the Ichabods. Martin now left corner. There's Blake with the three. It won't go. And the rebound, Cam Martin fighting with one of his teammates as he tries to get an outlet. Looks like a foul coming up on Cam Martin as trying to get a little space. Blake Wilson, 77% shooter. He knocks down the first.
Big opportunity here for Washburn. They get these free throws and they'll get possession.
Wilson second, rolls out to the left. So Wilson 1 of 2 at the free throw line. 1 point so far today. Ichabods to inbound, baseline left. With the inbound left corner, Blake. And the dribble knocked loose by Clark. As it rolls out of bounds, Ichabods again will inbound. 8:49 left. Just 3 seconds ticked off the shot clock. Wilson lobs the inbound, Guyman. He looks and finds Saylock left side. Now looking at man-to-man defense out of Missouri Southern. Blake down the lane right, steps back. Now pulls up in the lane with the jumper. Rebound, knocked loose, knocked away from Mimich, and is picked up left side Tharp. Now to Lambert, taken into the front court. Tharp, left side. Long way to go in this one, over 8 minutes. Mimich, out front Tharp. Left side, Clark with the three, and it is missed. Rebound, Saylock for the Ichabods. Ichabods on the break through the lane. Blake has it stripped out of his hands by Clark.
And another opportunity there for Washburn to capitalize on a missed shot, and they just got going a little bit too fast.
82-71, Southern. Tharp through the lane, the runner. Rims out, Guyman with the rebound. Lions back on defense. Guyman finds Saylock, though, open and it puts it up and in. Mimich stepped out front, and Saylock snuck behind him and got it to gain points for Saylock. All but 2 of those coming in the second half. 82-73. Now ball loose. On the floor, Mimich, and his pass is stolen. Picked up by Guyman. Takes it into the front court. 2-on-3 break to the bucket. Blake misses the layup, but is fouled.
And an attempt at an intentional foul earlier by Missouri Southern. It looked like Clark tried to get around and get a hold of a Washburn player. Didn't get the foul call, and now we get the shooting call on Reggie Tharp. So 82-73 the lead for Missouri Southern. We'll take a break and come back, have more for you. You're watching Central Region Basketball on the MIAA Network. So
Washburn right now on a 5-0 run. Southern has been scoreless for just over 2.5 minutes as Blake hits the free throw out of the timeout. Blake at the line, 4 of 6, free throw short, and Cam Martin comes down with the rebound. Cam playing with 4 fouls, and with Mimich a little bit shaken up, maybe caught a cut and was being attended to there. That could put Missouri Southern a little bit of trouble inside should Martin foul out. On the left side, Lambert. Now to Martin, posting up with Salek, spins around him and lays it in.
Good move that time by Cam Martin. Able to get up to the bucket and increase this lead to 10. If you're Washburn, the strategy maybe go at Cam Martin, see if you can get him to pick up that 5th foul.
Dexter Frisbee's on the bench, but only available if needed. He's been battling a foot injury through a lot of his career. Jalen Lewis left side, out front Guyman. Back to Lewis on the left wing. Now to Guyman. Through the lane, the runner. A little hard, but the putback by Blake, no. Rebound chase into the corner, and Tharp saves it inbounds to Clark for Missouri Southern.
Good play by Reggie Tharp. Good hustle to get out there and get the ball.
Tharp bumped, and a foul. This will come up on Guyman. That is Guyman's first foul. 15th foul on the Ichabods in the second half. 6:20 left. A 10-point Southern lead over Washburn. Walker with inbound in the backcourt. As Tharp will take it. Looking at the Ichabods man-to-man on the left side into the corner. Actually, I think he switched into his own there as they'll take it to Clark right side. Out front for Lambert. Into the left corner, the skip pass goes, and the 3 put up and good. In the left corner by Walker.
As you mentioned, Washburn switched to a 2-3 zone there, left a little bit of space in the corners, and that's something that Missouri Southern took advantage of.
87-74. Missouri Southern now. Lewis with the jumper. No, rebound Blake crashing the boards hard. Gets it to Lewis. Now there's Salek trying to go low. Blake saves it inbounds. Back to Salek. Now Blake on the right side. Up and good. And that's a foul on Cam Martin.
Javion Blake showing great athleticism and great concentration with the ball. A good job to put that shot up and get the bucket.
That'll be it for Cam Martin. He'll go to the sideline just a little bit shy of his career high at 49. He goes to the sidelines with 46 points and 11 rebounds. That's a big situation now for this game as Blake hits his free throw. It's a 10-point game once again. Missouri Southern with inbound.
We did see Enos Mimich come off the bench. He's got tape wrapped around his head.
Yeah, I think just took a cut off that one play. So we have Lambert down the lane, steps back, and hits the shot. That's a big basket by Kinsler Lambert. He has 5 points this afternoon, averages 15. 89-77. Southern in front. Guyman left side, Lewis on the drive, and hits the shot.
Good job by Lewis to answer. These two teams going back and forth here.
Back to a 10-point game. Lambert playing with 3 fouls, finds Tharp. Now Lambert. On the right side, Walker. Left side, Clark. For Missouri Southern, they still have some dangerous 3-point shooters on the floor. Shot clock's down to 3 seconds. There's Clark with the 3. Good.
Just as you talked about, John, Elijah Clark's one of those dangerous 3-point shooters. That's his 8th.
26 on the afternoon. Left side, Blake into the left corner to Lewis from 3-point range, and he knocks it down.
And the answer once again for Washburn. These two teams trading blows right now with just over 4 minutes to go.
92-82, Missouri Southern in front. They scored some points the last meeting back in Joplin. Again, 89-86. Southern had the win in that game. 3:57 left. Tharp out front. Right side, Lambert. To Tharp. Now to Clark. And he will take the 3. A little hard that time. Rebound to Salek as the shot clock sounds. On the outlet, they find Lewis driving and lays it in.
There's the Washburn transition. They're quick in transition. They're able to find shots. They did it again there.
92-84. Been down to an 8-point game. Closest that Washburn has been since early in the first half. Out front, Lambert, now to Mimich. At the back left side, finds Tharp with Rather, that is Walker with 5 seconds left. Long three, good as the shot clock winding down. And it's a 95-84 Southern lead.
Yeah, great shot from Walker that time. That one from way outside.
The Southern team lives and dies by the three. They're living comfortably right now. There's Guyman, long three. Good grief, they're knocking down
shooters. They've also got athleticism, and Reggie Tharp is able to get to the bucket, and guys that can score from all over the floor.
Full court pressure once again out of the Ichabods. Lambert, now to Walker. They break the press. Out front, Tharp. 2:38 left. Tharp on the left side. Between the circles left for Lambert. On the drive. Tharp left corner. Shot clock's at 4. Through the lane to the basket. Misses it. Rebound tapped out by Mimich. Fresh 30 on the shot clock for Missouri Southern.
Good job by Mimich to get that ball out.
Now reach in by Blake near the scorer's table. He's got some fouls to give. That's just his first. Tyus Martin into the game. Jalen Lewis goes to the sideline.
Important point here for Washburn. That's foul number 6 on the team. Next foul goes to 1-1.
Walker with the inbound. Finds Lambert. Wilson on him. Now to Walker. And out front on the perimeter, a foul. This one to come up on Missouri Southern. Tyus Martin picks up his first foul. Now 17th foul on the Ichabods. And this gets Braylon Walker to the free throw line. A good free throw shooter at 78%. First trip there this afternoon.
Interesting point. This is the first free throw shot by anybody not named Cam Martin today for Missouri Southern.
Free throw good.
And just the 7th free throw in total.
Missouri Southern finished the MIAA season 8th in free throw shooting percentage in the conference. 96-87. Southern in front as Walker hits both free throws. All of his points coming in the second half. He's got 14 points, 97-87. Southern with the lead. Left side, Blake, the three. And the rebound, knocked out of Mimich's hands, controlled by Wilson. Out front left, Guyman. Now to Saylock with the long three. Good.
David Saylock, we talked about him getting involved here in the second half. He's got 11 of them coming in the second half.
Inbound and a foul as it comes to Mimich at midcourt. And Guyman took a shot to either the eye or the nose there and had insult to injury there. He picks up the foul.
Got to correct myself now. That made 16 for Saylock, 14 of them coming in the second half.
Mimich going to the free throw line. 60% shooter this year. And he hits the free throw. Southern as a team 8 of 9 this afternoon. 98-90. Southern holding on to the lead with 1:40 left, and both free throws by Mimich good. 9-point game. Ichabods with it, and 1 minute and 40 seconds left. Guyman out between the circles. Right side, Saylock. Now to Wilson on the drive, brings it back out to Saylock. Lewis. And right side three on the way, good, and a foul. Huge offensive set for Washburn.
Kinzer Lambert asking the official if perhaps a leg kicked out on the shot, but a foul called. A great job to hit the shot that time from Devin Wilson. And he's going to go to the line and have a chance to cut this lead down even more.
His first field goal of the game, made it at 3. And for Wilson coming into this game, he hit 35 threes this season, none bigger than that one, as he'll go to the free throw line. And the free throw good. So 4-point trip down the floor for the Ichabods, 99-94. Missouri Southern with the lead. Again, the pressure off the inbound and a turnover. Comes into Clark as he throws it away, trying to get it back to Lambert, who cut the opposite direction, and the ball will belong to the Ichabods off of Missouri Southern turnover.
And once again, the press of Washburn causing problems for the Lions.
8 turnovers in the game, 7 of those coming in the second half for Missouri Southern. 99-94. Missouri Southern with the lead. The inbound Saylock right wing. Now to Blake on the drive. Reverse layup left side. No, the putback is good by Wilson.
Good work that time by Devin Wilson. Able to work in and find the rebound and get the putback.
A 3-point game into the front court. Clark fouled as he dribbles past midcourt. And the foul coming up on Washburn. Wilson picks up his 3rd foul, 9th team foul. And this will get Missouri Southern to the free throw line. And Elijah Clark, his first trip to the line. Good free throw shooter on the year, though, at 83%. 1-1. And the front end is good. 27 points for Elijah Clark. 100-96. Missouri Southern in front of Washburn in a shootout this afternoon in an opening round game of the Central Region Tournament.
I tell you what, no shortage of entertainment value to kick off this tournament.
Clark with a second. And it is good. Then you get to this point, it's win or go home. Inbound to Guyman. Now to Wilson. Just over a minute left. Wilson on the drive. Puts it up and in. A little bit off balance, and he got it to fall. Nice shot by Devin Wilson, and it's a 101-98 game. And again, the full court pressure, and foul as the inbound comes to Tharp. Fouled by Blake. Number 2 on Blake, 10th as a team. So Reggie Tharp will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. Tharp this season just a 53% shooter. Been held to 2 points this afternoon. He had 9 against Washburn in the first meeting. Transfer from Paris Junior College, free throw short.
Tharp not generally known as one of the more adept scorers on this offense, certainly as a starter anyway, but he can distribute the basketball. As you mentioned, though, this is the guy they want at the free throw line if you're Washburn.
Second free throw by Tharp. It rims out, misses both, and the rebound Ichabod's. Blake now to Guyman with 54 seconds left. Out front. Looks right side. Wilson on the drive. Slips. Ball loose on the baseline out of bounds. It belongs to the Ichabods with 17 seconds on the shot clock, 44 seconds on the game clock. Now the officials may come over to the monitor. We do have a timeout as well. 44 seconds left. A 101-98 game. Missouri Southern in front. Again, in the first meeting back on January 23rd, by as many as 20 in this game. Washburn had a 7-point lead early. Inbound comes left side, Saylock. Now to Blake. On the drive. Reverse layup right side, good. And it's a 1-point game. Ichabods have pulled to within 1. 33 seconds left. 24 on the shot clock. Parker Jennings. Right side Walker, and a timeout Missouri Southern. So there's 19 seconds on the shot. And gets it to Parker Jennings. Guyman picks him up. Try to milk that shot clock. It's down to 9. Right side, there goes Lambert on the drive to the basket. Leans in, hits the shot, and is fouled.
And they called... Did they call a charge?
I think they may have. Well, that's huge.
If they called a charge, Washburn gets the ball back with no shot clock and a chance to win the ball game.
Well, that is huge. Court pressure out of Missouri Southern. And then back comes to Guyman. Now to Blake. We're down to 10 seconds. Blake out front. Lowers his head, slips to the floor as they dive after it. A held ball. Possession arrow, though, to the Ichabods with 6.4 seconds left.
And a fortunate break there for Washburn that they did have the possession arrow. And just 6 seconds left in this one. An opportunity here to talk through what they want to do.
And Ryan Elliott, why do you think that as Javion Blake will inbound. Win or go home for these teams. Opening round game of the NCAA Division II Central Regional. The inbound comes to Salek out front, gets it to Blake, dribbles off his foot, and they dive after it with 1 second left. Ball still squirts loose, and that's the end of the game.
And if you're Washburn, you got to feel like that's a tough way to end it. Missouri Southern